Chat, here we go. It's the grand finals of the $18,000 EU Champions Road 1v1 tournaments. It's Toxic coming from the winners brackets against Nuggets coming from the losers brackets. That is what the W's and L's refer to. If Nugget wants to win the entire tournament, he's going to need to win 2 best of 5s. Toxic only needs to win 1. But he needs to win it before he loses twice. Nuggets! Ooh, denied. Not going to be easy. That must have been the 4-hour bug. Apparently these tournaments take just about 4 hours. Because I'm always kicked from a party right around that time. And it's usually grand finals. Don't type underworking twice when it's overworking, and you know it. Nuggets, after the minutes, opening the match, will get the first goal. Party was destroyed because of connection error. No, party was destroyed because of your own issue. Toxic big dunk straight to the net. No, not quite. He didn't have enough faith in himself. If he had believed he was getting it directly in front, I think he would have pre-flipped there and actually been able to finish it, but instead didn't connect and then allowed Nuggets the counterattack flick. Toxic air dribble resets, keeps the ball away from Nuggets. But only for a moment, as Nugget able to gain control and put a musty on target. Toxic trying to survive and just trying to, not succeeding. Nuggets will make it 3-0. Nugget pogo? Should have been a pogo. Instead, it was a catch in 50. Not bad, all the same. Toxic pop. And finally on the board, we get to see his big Saturn goal explosion. Is that what that is? Predictions are always done on a series by series basis. So whatever you predicted here, whether you knew it or not, you were predicting for just the winner of this very first series. Considering the fact that Nugget is slightly favored, my guess is people seem to be aware of that. Because unless you have Nugget as a heavy favorite in this matchup, you wouldn't go 50-50 on him winning 2 in a row. And I would imagine this is a pretty equal match, if not slightly favored to Toxic. So the fact that chat is actually slightly Nugget favored goes to show they have some faith in the guy who's in his last day in EU. Nice counterattack there from Nuggets. Watching from Toxic POV, you see him kind of just waiting for the ball to be able to be intercepted, but no, it's a wave dash pinch into chain dash on the wall in order to speed the opposite way. Make it 5-2. Toxic accidentally over. Nope, he's fine. Almost overshot this counterattack and removed a scoreable angle, but he does end up hitting it. Toxic. Able to 50 this one in. As Nuqqet just whiffed, man. I mean, the Toxic wasn't even expected to make a touch around that time. Huge kickoff win. I mean, Toxic just does this so frequently. Against, it doesn't matter who. Just wins the ball directly to the net. And doing it in the standard goal side way. Delay kickoff. Nuggets trying to get freaky. Doesn't work out. Toxic not able to score in the first couple possessions. Will reset. Kind of faked like he was going to switch the field, but then kept it on this side and then got it over the top of Nuqqet, who pre-jumped, but a little bit too far away from the ball. He's pre-jump. I mean, he's just so far away, not in a position to be trying to pre-jump really. Toxic. Starting to dribble high. Making it seem like he's going to get a reset, but never does. I mean, he never did. And yet Nuqqet clearly respected it. Thought there was a good chance he was going to. But Toxic will just drop it in. Toxic taking Nuqqet for a ride and then half flip scoring. No, he's not half flip scoring on the pool shots. Just barely missed. Nice demolition from Nuqqet to keep this interesting here at the end of game one. 20 seconds. Problem is you have to win a kickoff against Toxic, which isn't easy. The mirrored wave dash kickoffs go to Toxic. And he is just going to keep lobbing this one up, it would seem, to waste a bit of boost that Nuqqet has. Rotating back. Nuqqet will chase you down on 0. He doesn't mind. And he actually got a perfect bounce, but Toxic will clear it out. And that will roll before Nuqqet can get back to it. So it'll end 6-7 in favor of Toxic in this game number 1. Game 2, Toxic seemed like he was going to go down early, but fought his way back to getting in control. This is a great save. It barely even needs a follow-up. It might have just gone in without even one more tap, but Nuqqet will give it that tap. Nuggets low 50 on the aggressive challenge from Toxic. Now looking for a bump to clear Toxic out, and he did just that. Toxic could not get back to the play. Toxic demo, but a perfect respawn from Nuqqet as the ball was waiting to fall back down. Ooh, Toxic tried to pin it off the post and in, and Nuqqet covers that. Still has to defend against a Toxic attempt. Toxic goes too high. We'll reset on the 100 as Nuqqet has worked his way all the way back up to 36 boost off pads. Nuqqet hanging out around the ball, even though he does not have the kind of boost to seemingly get away with that. Ooh, nice steal of the boost. Toxic knows it, prioritizes that higher play. Nuqqet makes a save, but still, Toxic gets the goal. Single jumping over, potentially getting bumped, and that hitbox of the corner boost really prefers the player who's high. Toxic pinch with Mr. Nuggets. Undercut to grab the 100. Nice evasion of the chase down, and it's 2-2. We are watching the grand finals of the $18,000 EU Champions Road. Later tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern is when the start time of the North American Champions Road 1v1 is. You can watch that here on twitch.tv/Feer. That's right. Rush to Wanda. Nuqqet will have to win a series before he stands a chance of getting first. Nuqqet just chaining dashes without using any boost to close the distance between himself and Toxic. Nuqqet, we're gonna roll it away and equalize though, as Toxic couldn't find a strong take. Toxic bumped twice and then demoed on his rotation back. And now it should be free for Mr. Nuggets. Toxic. Ceiling reset. Delay. Wave dash. Nuqqet thought he was going to go high. Tried to drop down from the back wall. And these two continue to go back and forth. Last time Toxic was able to get a bit of separation late to secure the game. Anybody's game here though in game number 2. Heavy delay kickoff from Toxic, and this is what I'm talking about. You normally see the chip up when someone goes heavy delay. We think we saw Eugen earlier do a heavy delay and then try and wave dash kickoff. Did not work out well for him. Toxic switching the field now. Nuggets preparing at ceiling heights and does a good enough job of stealing the ball away. Can he make something happen on 0 boost though? Toxic has more than enough to work with, and Nuqqet getting greedy, trying to cut it in field the other way. I feel like that sets up a great position for Toxic, because now Nuqqet, sure, he gets to pick up the 100 boost maybe, but he's still going to be rotating out late. And with Toxic's flick game, he's likely to punish you. Toxic just barely able to fall down in time to get any sort of resistance on that challenge, but it's not going to matter much, as it's still Nuggets finding his 5th. We talk about Toxic's kickoff goals. Nuggets not been looking bad either, as he wins an immediate one. Interesting. I think that was an intentional kickoff loss attempt from Nuggets into the back corner, and I guess maybe you could argue it worked. It did not lead to an immediate goal for Toxic. Toxic gets demoed. I don't think it's going to be a easy conversion, as Toxic now respawn. Thought about going to back wall instead. Oh my goodness, played on the ground instead, and was so close to getting the save. But credit to Nuqqet for forcing it through. And this instead pinches out to the post and in. Nuqqet trying to get one more. Toxic saves, gets a big win. Should be able to use boost to get back to this one and put it to the nets. 7-7. Toxic wins this kickoff by just playing better afterwards. Got the midfield 100, even though it went into his half. Makes a quick play and has the 8-7 lead. Another big kickoff. These two guys bumping each other. I'm surprised Nuqqet was so willing to do that. Feels like that was almost favorable for Toxic, as he's now controlling the ball. Back into his own corner, and Nuqqet wants a bump. Toxic doesn't want to let him have it, so he waits to go up on the back wall. And then gets a perfect demo. Now he's going to shoot it. He could also catch and roll it away. There would never have been, enough time to catch all the way back up to the ball. But scoring works as well. 2-goal lead with 2 seconds now. Works all the same. Game number 2 going to go to Toxic. 1 game away from being your EU Champions Road 1v1 champion. Game number 3. Nuggets has to win 3 straight here against Toxic. Then he has to follow that up with another series win. Is it impossible? No. Is it easy? No, not either. Toxic made it seem like he was going to flick left that whole way for the way he was carrying his dribble, but ended up switching right towards the end of the play. Doesn't matter. Nugget still reads it. And counters to make it 2-0. Nuggets demoed. How's his respawning ability? Not bad. As he prevents a goal, and Toxic just passed to Nuggets, but actually made it into a ground pinch before Nugget shoots. So really not the end of the world. Toxic, so many different times has felt forced to go high, to miss the net in order to make sure that Nugget does not get a play. Nice pool shot save after Nugget's ground bump attempt forced Toxic out. What a save in and out of the nets. Toxic makes it work with very little. Another great save, and this one is going to set up a shot and the first goal for Toxic in game number 3. It looks like you're giving a bow to YouTube. When you put a bow on top, it covers up the nastiness. Air dribble bump. Crossbar down and in. 3 goals. Nuggets had a lead a few different times, though. Can he hold on to it all the way to the end of a game? Has yet to be seen. Gonna get a 4th, though, as he keeps running it up. Toxic kickoff win, and seemed like Nugget's so scared of the air dribble bump, he not once ever put himself in the way. So he retreated to nets. Allows Toxic to get going. This has just been a kickoff goal fest between these two. Toxic wave dash 50. And Nugget going in and out of the net. Cannot dunk it over the top of him. We're going to give a nice one, as he liked what he was doing. Why are we doing double my beloved frick YouTube? Why not? I don't know. YouTube hasn't ever really done anything to us, right? Once upon a time, I was a YouTuber. I've kind of always been streaming, but technically, with where everyone was watching the most, I was more a YouTuber than a streamer. Now, ever since 9 to 5-a-thon, we're probably more streamer than YouTuber, but don't censor YouTuber like That's what we are. We're also YouTubers. We don't mind the YouTube. We even like them. Toxic flick. Plays into the hands of Nuqqet, who had been transitioning to the back wall. Ooh, nice boost grab by Toxic to keep Nuqqet starved, or at least force him to rotate farther out. Bounce dribble. Hooked up. Nuqqet keeps making save after save after save after save. Can he save forever? He dodges the demo. And he gets a goal. So he can save forever, at least on that possession. I am the YouTube audience 90% of the time, and frick me. Oh. So it's a self-hatred thing. I didn't realize. Toxic getting bumped off the kickoff. Having a 180 turn away from what would have otherwise been a great scoring chance in order to just stay alive, and only staying alive for a bit. As Nuqqet makes it 7-4. Here's another dose of Toxic direct kickoff. We should expect to get a few every game. Toxic left that net open though. Maybe he didn't. Nice recovery. We stayed on Toxic POV. Toxic. Bringing the ball down for 50. Ooh, did manage to chip this around Nuqqet. Nuqqet is getting just a little bit, but not enough, and did force Toxic to go quickly. Slams one off the crossbar. One that I feel like he would need to bring it back. Toxic now on 5 boost. Oh my goodness, Nuqqet just gave him the ball. A little zap dash recovery. Shot is savable though. And a boost pickup for Nuggets. Could be enough. Toxic is relentless. Wall dash demo! Can he score off of it though? Nuqqet should get a respawn. Yeah, he will. 33 seconds now for Toxic to try and bring it back. If he can get a goal, we might be looking at a sweep instead of an extended series. Oh, but it's going to be Nuqqet goal. Nuggets gotten a healthy dose of kickoffs as well. 8-6 now. Taking a lot less time for Toxic to get kickoffs, so I mean he's still in it based on what we've been seeing from him. Undercutting Nuqqet here. This shouldn't be a goal though, right? Nuqqet should save this. Nuggets wave dashing all around, playing out the game with his wheels as close to the ground as possible to make sure he cannot be forced out of position. And he should be back to this one first. And in fact, decided not to clear it. And over to Toxic. Toxic almost pre-flipped it in. Game 3 goes to Nuqqet. Not going down without a fight. Needs 2 more. And then another series if he wants to be the champion. Shot. Here we go. Once again, in game number 4, we're going. Toxic. First one in control of possession as he tries to score. Toxic reading out the final bit of his reset with no boost. When he's not able to score, it means a save and counterattack is likely. You guys can't just type frick YouTube for the entirety of every YouTube video. It's the vast majority of stream. The stream is basically just almost all recording YouTube videos. There's no way you could keep it up. For every frick YouTube, I'll take a blinky. I'm pretty sure you die. Nuggets. Chase down Demo. Makes it 2-1. Toxic delaying the air dribble start in order to try and throw Nugget out of position, I imagine. Nugget does well to wait it out and not panic. Long shot from Toxic. Little camera check to see if anyone's going to stop him from doubling it. Nugget says it's his fault. Maybe because he missed his recovery there. Toxic. He has been loving the massive pops in order to play keep away and just slam the back wall. Which should be a credit to Nuggets defense, I imagine. The fact he's forcing him to feel like he needs to do that. Nugget gonna make it 3-2. I wonder how grindy these days feel for these 1v1ers. They're playing so many best of fives. How many best of fives has Nugget played today? And he's still just grinding right on through. Let me see. One. I guess it helps that that Tempo didn't want to play one of them, but it also doesn't surprise that Tempo wanted out early instead of having to keep going when he's probably had to play a ton. Nuggets has played 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his 5th best of 5 of 1v1 that he has played today. And if he wins, he will have to play a 6th best of 5 of 1v1s today. I hope he didn't warm up very much. I hope that he saw the potential, you know, schedule for today and said, actually, I'm not going to get any extra time in. Nice chase down on the Demo. Feer knows his numbers because I count to 5. Baby Feer can kind of hang a little bit. He knows how certain numbers that connect. For example, like, I wouldn't say he can count to 10, but he knows after 9 comes 10, and that's the exciting one. Ooh, Toxic. Nice save. To send that one to the backboard. Still not a chance to score. Chasing down Nuggets. Nugget has respawned and saved like all of these, and I'm not sure he's going to score this one either because it's so glued to the back wall. He has to do so much work just taking it off. He had a few ranked games against Moxie while waiting for a series. Is he live? Has Nugget been streaming it the whole time? Just gave Toxic a freebie, something that he was not really doing in this comeback at all. Wow, impressive. Hopping into rank. I mean, these guys are built different anyways. I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course, they just can constantly grind the game. Toxic has not had to play quite as many. This is his 3rd best of 5, and he got a big break. Played 2, won them both, and then got to hang out and wait for the lower bracket to finish itself. Toxic cleverly dodging the Demo attempt. It's looking like we're going game 5 unless Toxic can change the way it's been going. And that doesn't hurt. A double jump bump. Not DSC frick YouTube 1439. It's too far, right? We all have to understand when it's gone one too far. Toxic in control with 33 seconds. Did not fall for the fake challenge, and it's going to try and low 50. Nugget should be able to stop this. Instantly into an air dribble of his own, despite having a 1-goal lead. Wave dash down, follow up and in. Nugget does not let off the gas. And this might help him because he's up 2 now with 20 seconds. Toxiic tried to go on a soft touch on the kickoff. Chain and dashes all of it, attempting for a miracle. But I don't think the miracle's coming. Nuggets doing a good enough job of wasting time. Can't score a 2-pointer in Rocket League. We're headed to game 5. Oh my goodness. If there was a 2-pointer, that maybe could have been it, but it was just one. Game 5 in the first series. If Nugget wins, we're headed to another one. If Toxiic wins, we call it a day. Oh, I just removed it. And Llama. Actually, you know what? Stream's been long enough that bot might have died. Yeah, we'll have to resurrect it. Should be good now. Nuggets up 1-0 in game 5. Toxiic makes that instantly incorrect by getting one of his own. Nugget trying to box out Toxiic. Not sure how long that's going to work for. Toxiic is eventually going to be able to run it out and get a goal. A little look back too to flex on him. Toxiic. Oh my goodness, just airmailed it when it was free after his kickoff win. I mean, I shouldn't say free. It's still kind of hard to hit. But for Toxiic, I'm sure he feels like he should have scored it. Toxiic, nice bump. Created an opportunity to shoot the length of the field. Toxiic is trying to do his best to not have to play another best of 5. Nuggets is interested in playing 6 1v1 series, or he'll have to be if he wants to be a winner. Toxiic just barely able to break this play up. Still, wait, what? From Toxiic POV? It seemed like there was no way that Nugget was going to try and shoot that. But, I mean, clearly Nugget, well, I mean, I don't know. Watching it from Nugget POV there, it didn't look like it made any sense either. What? Don't let the opponent score on you. Assert dominance by own goaling yourself. Oh no, this is getting out of hand. Toxiic did not airmail this one. 7-2 now. Toxiic faking a bunch of jumps, but is now going to have to leave the play. This could be a huge flick from Nugget. Had the ball rolling towards the front of his car. Toxiic slowed himself down. Did he just get another own goal? I think he did. He just convinced Nugget to own goal again by leaving the ball right in a position where a demo forces it in. I would hate to be Nugget in this situation. Toxic staring down Nuggets as he looks to see what he's going to do with the ball. Toxic bumped off the play. This net is open. Nugget will get a third. Who has the most own goals in official ones games? I could see it being a turnover stat, like the John Stockton leads the leagues in turnovers or whatever. I could see it being like the best players in 1v1 also have the most own goals because they just have the ball the most. Nugget is a little tilty when he says yes in the chat because Toxic took the ball back to his own half and now he's just jumping and barrel rolling. Nuggets feels like he needs to get some offense going. What better way than a double jump bump in order to send him back to a kickoff. Kickoffs are volatile, so kickoffs are what he should want. The more they go to kickoffs, the more likely there will be more than enough goals for a Nugget to bring it back. Nugget, big flick. Toxic gets just enough. Tried the skim in order to send it away, but didn't get it. How close was he? Oh yeah, it definitely was like a miss. Sometimes players will try and they'll do the best they can with the boost, but they won't be able to hit it. I think Toxic had the boost. He just thought he was getting the perfect skim and missed it. Toxic 50 with boost advantage. Neither one of them have a ton though. Nugget should be able to reset Toxic as well. Will Toxic take on the DS challenge up 3 with a minute left to go? Not really. I would say he was never really trying to go the whole distance. Just trying to see how long he can survive, although he did lose this 50 straight to the air. Nugget gonna get a goal. 8-6. 51 seconds for Toxic to hold on. Toxic, low 50. Finally stopped the bleeding here on the Nugget comeback. And it's 6-9. Should be able to hold on for 40 seconds, but you never know. Toxic evading the bump pressure. I don't think there's a chance for a Nugget anymore. I think the $18,000 European Champions Road 1v1 title is still in the balance because you never know what could happen. Because there could be a couple quick kickoff goals. Toxic gets up to tap this one. Now he's done it. Now he has secured the Champions Road title. Toxic is your best 1v1er in this bracket. Getting first place. Nuggets' last day in the EU will be spent losing, unfortunately, as he heads off to South America.